September 11 of 2001 was a devastating day for Americans, but it became even worse for Muslim Americans. Not only have they become afraid of terrorists, but Muslims in general. They have begun to fear them and hatred towards them. A few have been put to the extreme and forced to do things like getting them thrown out of a plane. High schools have given out anti-Muslim literature, and there is even a new Burn the Quran Day. Experts say that these actions are what lead to extreme consequences, such as the Holocaust. Now that Osama is dead, you'd expect the hatred and religious discrimination to end, but it still goes on in not only America, but other countries as well. There have begun protests with signs such as "Don't glorify murderers of 3000, no 9/11 victory mosque." Throughout America, people are beginning to prejudge Muslims for doing nothing wrong. People are beginning to question whether it is a religion at all, and some are even calling it a cult, and claiming that it does not deserve to be protected by the idea of freedom of religion. Many Muslim Americans are beginning to feel humiliated publicly by this. Historically, such rhetoric has often led to horrific violences, including the Holocaust in Nazi Germany. People are becoming more and more prejudiced as problems from a specific group arise, and soon we'll have a second Holocaust of our own to face. Who's to say your religion's not next? In order to end it before we cause serious damage, we must address our own prejudice and confront the negative views that we as a society have begun to feel against people of the Muslim faith. Despite often being the victims of persecution, many Muslims have been able to contribute to American society, even as they face it in such difficult times. Things like a clinic have provided medical care to the community. The shelter also provides programs to tutor youth at juvenile detention centers and inner school cities. Many Muslims have been badly mistreated, either directly or indirectly, and they still face hate crimes and religious persecution. I believe we can change that little by little just by focusing instead on the many positives that the Muslim community has contributed to our society as a whole, and not only them, but others as well that face prejudice. If we just bind together to stop religious discriminations and prejudice, we can help those all over the world understand how great we are united. Once Muslims have finished facing the prejudice and hate, others will begin to also. So we should stop it from happening before it actually happens by setting aside our differences and ensuring that everyone is equal and that we can keep everyone's civil rights and freedoms from being attacked.
I think I love you more than the Japanese love tentacle porn, and we should dance, 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 dance.